Hey folks, I am Kevin Iole. Welcome to Yahoo Sports. And I have covered fights for a long time and I get excited at ringside. You might see me on some of the UFC fights in the background and I throw my hands up. One fight in particular, I was going crazy the entire fight. And that is one involving my next guest, the former strawweight champion, Joanna Jedrzejczyk. She will fight Zhang Weili at UFC 275 in Singapore on Saturday. And that fight you guys had 2 years ago, oh my God, people are still talking about that.
OMG. So I want to be like you, Kevin. Hey, folks. Folks, you say? Hey, folks.
Hey, I'm just nice and casual.
Of course it is. I'm the former UFC strawweight champion and the future strawweight champion. So I'm super excited to be back to the octagon at the UFC 275 in Singapore. This Saturday in the US, Sunday in Singapore. We're having fights after the breakfast, but super excited to be back, perform and entertain for my people, for the fans from all over the world.
I want to ask you this. I mean, how much do you think the impact of being off for 2 years will help you? Because that fight, you both really took a beating in the fight. No matter who won the fight, both of you girls left that cage pretty beaten up. Do you think that that'll make a difference in you this time around?
No, of course not. Of course, I beat people for a living. I beat people for money. Sometimes I get beat up and I get few extra bruises, but it doesn't impact me. It gives me extra strength, motivation. It shows me my mistakes. It showed me my mistakes I've made in the first fight, so I could fix that. And now I'm better. I was sharpening my tools, making some adjustments. So in the second fight with Weili Zhang, I just need to be smarter and do not make the same mistakes I did in the first fight. And no, there's no impact on my
just like
physical
your
mental.
body not taking abuse. You let it rest or anything. You don't think?
It's okay. I had time to rest and I'm good. It's good that UFC is taking care of us. Of course, we have to go through so many medicals before and after the fight. So I know I'm healthy. Of course, in the future, I want to be extending my business. My businesses, I want to be a mom and I want to enjoy my life after my fighting career. So I really need to take care of it. Of course, sometimes there is a very thin line which we can cross, but I'm feeling great. Super excited. Yeah.
Before I move on from that last fight, I want to ask you one more question. I think a lot of fans wonder this, as I do. What does it feel like when you wake up on Sunday morning, like after a fight like that? I mean, is it any different than a normal fight?
You know what? It depends. Last time, I lost the fight, but I was very close to winning the belt and becoming the champion. But you know what? Maybe my heart was broken. My soul got another scar, but I woke up proud of myself, that, man, this is what I always tell people. If you are not, people who are not into the business, who are not an athlete, who are not the fighters, that the hard work is so many weeks before.
Right.
The fight is a pleasure. Of course, we still have to go there and give our best, but we perform for this one night for so many weeks, so many months, and sometimes it's just not this night. But every time I step into the octagon, and my last step and my last thoughts are like, girl, just doesn't matter what's going to happen. Just go and do your best, win or lose. Give your best. They let you shine, you shine. Give people what they came for. Fans wise, go there and just be your best. Because you've been preparing for such a long time. You got tons of beat up during camp, sparring, sweat, blood, tears. It's time to have fun because after the fight, there will be this fun time, of life enjoyment without
you get this, right? You get the paycheck. That makes it fun.
You get the paycheck, and that's the thing. So I always try to push myself to the limit and push myself as much as I can, and to be proud of myself. Win or lose, being proud of myself. So I would not forgive myself if I gave up on myself, And actually, a few days ago, I was shooting commercial with Puma here in Singapore,
Oh, wow.
and they asked me, what does it mean to be the greatest, And I feel like greatest means not losing faith in yourself, And this is who I always, who I have been forever.
Right.
That's the thing. That's the beautiful thing
Yeah, you
about it.
believe, I know you're one of those that believes in yourself. Now, you've been through a lot of rematches, right? You've done rematches in the past. What do you think you learned from those that can apply to this rematch? Is there any constant when you fight a person a second time? Is there
Yeah.
anything that you find is similar and that you can use?
Yeah, similar, It's like, of course, with every camp, we bring new tools. Into every camp, we bring new tools, adjustments, changes, but somehow you can't totally change your style, because this is what you've been working for such a long time. This is
Right.
how you are made and the way you fight. But with every rematch, I just want to do more. You need. I feel like I do more. That, oh, girl, don't. If you can, don't leave it in judges' hands. But it's very difficult. Or just go there and do more to prove that you should win the fight.
That's one of the things that I was going to say, you have had that really narrow line because you haven't had a lot of finishes, right? You're on a streak, both wins and losses. I think, where a lot of fights have been decisions, right? It's been a while since you
Yeah.
won a fight by a finish.
You know why? Because
Why is
I'm a
that?
real five rounder. I'm the I was the champ for a reason for such a long time, almost 3 years, and I'm a real five rounder. I was born to be the champ and fight these 5 rounds and give fun to people, and entertain them. Entertain them.
And I know you really dedicated your life to this. I remember you telling me a story. I don't remember exactly one time, but you had enough money to either buy food or go on the train
Of course,
and go work out.
of course, of
Do you
course.
remember the story? Tell that story because I think people will find that interesting.
So that's the thing. I had another interview. I released 2 books in Poland, my biography books, and HBO made a documentary about me, and we're really trying to get the rights to sell the movie worldwide, and same with the books. So I tell these stories with more. I told the stories with there are these stories with more details, and the thing is that I used to train in Thailand and Amsterdam and Holland, in Amsterdam with Ernesto Hust, legendary K1 fighter.
Right.
And there was time that I was booked for some fight, but I was not making much money, like 500 euro, 750 euro. But the thing is that sometimes the fights got cancelled and I had no money because Amsterdam was so expensive that time for me.
Right.
So and I had to travel every day to different city for training, and there was a time I had €5 in my pocket, and honestly the ticket was like 3.5, and I didn't know what to do because bread and food was like much more expensive, and I didn't know
Right.
what to do. And but I was always a believer, and then I was like, okay, God, you want me to do this, but somehow I'm struggling. So what's the next step is going to be? And then like from somewhere the money came. I got some wire. Funny because it was like probably like $200 for something. Like I was like, okay. So it means that I need to continue. I have to struggle. And my favorite motto is per aspera ad astra, through hardship to the stars. This is how you
Right.
say this.
Yes.
Yes. So everything worked out perfectly for me.
Yeah, the
That's the
life of a
thing.
fighter. You want to be a fighter. Think about, don't even
Yeah.
worry about that egg on her forehead. Think
Oh
about
man, like when I hear like people saying this, they want to be funny. Of course, if they want to do it, but it's also about being lucky, and we all dreaming about some stuff, things, material, traveling, love, this, that. But we need to help luck. We need to help our dreams. We need to work really hard to make it happen. Really, like nothing comes for free, nothing comes easy.
That's why you usually don't have rich people that go into fighting because they don't need to put up with all the stuff that you guys put up with when you become a fighter.
Uh, no, you know what? Now with the UFC, with the exposure, you can be rich and you can fight. You
But
know,
I mean, at the
you can.
beginning, I get it now. You're
Oh,
making
like
good
as
money.
a beginning, of course, no. Nobody wants to clean the mat.
Right.
You have to wipe the mat with your face. You know, the people are not ready for this. But oh, somehow we love it. Especially when you reach the league. I mean, like when you reach the championship. When you get the championship belt, like you make it to the league. You make it to the league.
You've been in a lot of title fights, in your career, both in kickboxing and MMA. Now that you're not a champion, does it make you hungrier for that feeling of, standing there and having the belt around your waist and people call, I'm sure once you become a champ, everybody calls
Yeah,
you champ, right? But, knowing
yeah.
that you are the reigning champ, do you get that hunger back when you don't have the belt?
I'm hungry for the belt, but it has different meaning because I'm just one step uh, before it's going to happen. I just have to win the fight with Weili Zhang, and I will be fighting for the belt, and we win this. And perfect scenario for me is winning here in Singapore and fighting for the belt at MSG with Carla Esparza. And the other thing is that I'm hungry, but it has totally different value for me because I know this one victory will be bigger than all of my victories. It will
Right.
cement my legacy double because I've done that so many times already. And I'm hungry, but I'm an artist somehow. I'm a surgeon, so I want to go there, use my tools, and give the best show as I can. And show to people what I've been working for so many weeks.
You're hungry, but I think the thing that makes this a great fight is you got to imagine that Weili is hungry too. She's lost a couple fights to Rose
She
Namajunas in the interim, and so she's got to be hungry. Like a loss in this fight, usually in the UFC, losses don't hurt you too much, but a loss in this fight, I tell you what, puts the loser back quite a few ways, right?
Oh, probably yes. But if we both put on fight of the year, doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you win or if you lose, you stay there at the top, and you can be next fighting for being the pretender or fighting for the belt, because it's all about uh, showing the best way you can in the octagon. So if you show up the best, better than last time, and better than the other,
Hard to be better than last
then
time, but
you get
okay.
it. Of course, no, it will be better. I know it's people are worrying that it's only 3 rounds, but and we're not gonna have that much time. But believe me, we will.
Just a couple other questions.
but yeah, Weili Zhang, it's a tough matchup. We are calm because I'm calm. We're talking about, but it's going to be a really tough fight. But I'm ready for anything and everything. That's a good
What
thing
is the
about it.
biggest change you think the biggest change you think we will see in the fight, like tactically? Can you imagine? Do you think she's going to do
Yeah.
something dramatically different or?
Oh, I think she's gonna shoot, and I think she's gonna grapple and wrestle more. Ooh, but she will pay big price for this.
Okay.
Uh,
We've got a hint of
and
what Joanna's been working on.
and I don't know. We both are very good strikers, well-rounded strikers. But yeah, footwork is going to be the key. Reach,
Footwork.
distance. Yep.
Very good. Well, let's wrap on this. You mentioned earlier, you worked on your businesses and everything. You got a movie, books, and the things going on. What is your plan to do after fighting? Like, I know there's very few people who love this as much as you do, right? And
Yeah.
I've seen that for a
Yeah.
long time. When you
So,
walk away from it, what's going to make you happy, work-wise?
when I was becoming the UFC, now people are like, oh, you lost some fights, you lost your belt because you were focused on social media, doing media, photo shoots. I love doing things, and people don't know that I used to work at the grocery store um, of my parents when I was becoming UFC champion, and I was always full of energy to do 3, 4, 5 jobs, and I never stopped. And the thing is that I just launched my supplement company. Yesterday I announced my sports equipments with the Polish brand, very good quality sports equipments.
Oh, wow.
Like treadmills, Orbitrex, ellipticals, things like this. And I have my healthy juicers, because people don't see this, but everything is wrapped around like sport, health wise, because this is who I am, and I wanna give people piece of me. It's not only about business and making money, but giving people piece of me, and
Right.
give them strength and health. And that's the thing. But I did my racing debut this year and last year, so sorry, the end of the year. So definitely I want to do Dakar race in the future after I retired, play more tennis and piano. But I opened my foundation, JJ Stars Foundation. Of course, I see myself working with my manager, Jennifer Goldstein, who is representing me, and I want to help athletes. I want to be the real manager who I have right now, but I haven't had for a long time, and I want to be the real manager with the experience, from the other side. And I want to learn from Jenny, and I want to be better, help them, and make them better somehow, and tell them what to do, because sometimes we get lost, and sometimes there are people who just want to take an advantage of you and from you. But definitely extending my businesses, but also enjoying life even more. This is what they put in countdown. This is what Dana have said. But people can hate on me for doing this, but I know how to manage my time.
Right.
And some of the athletes, they go home, they rest, they sleep. I don't sleep because I'm thinking for 10 people. I always think for 10 people, and what can I do better, how I can do this, that. But I want to do this. I was always like this. That's why I'm here. That's why I became UFC champion in 2015. That's why I'm going to become the UFC strawweight champion one more time this year. Mark my words.
How can anybody hate on this woman? Come on. It is amazing what she's got going on. You can only be inspired by her, and you can watch her fight on Saturday.
And then, like, really, like when I was becoming UFC champion, I was working for $50 a week,
Right.
Life can change, guys, and when they see all these cars, fancy watches, my travels, everything, I tell them like, go back. I had to work for these 12 years to become recognized, to make people talk about me, but that's the things I do. I talk to you, I talk to people. I want them to know my story, and I want to tell people that we are all the same. Doesn't matter if I'm here, I have this watch, I have this amount of money. We are all the same. We all are struggling every single day. But it's all up to you how you're gonna find yourself, how you're gonna carry yourself, and bring it up to the stars. That's the thing.
She became an overnight sensation in only 15 years. So it was really easy. She did it. Joanna, thank you very much. Good luck against
Thank you so much. I appreciate you
on Saturday.
So guys, UFC 275 on Saturday. Watch us. Thank you
live
so
on
much.
pay-per-view.
Appreciate you.
We'll see you. Thank you.